Um, hello. Hello. I had said, I know I zoned out for like a split second. You was like, "You good? I'm good. I'm good. I'm good." I know this week I haven't been on the way I usually am. I think I missed Monday, Tuesday. I just got on yesterday and today, and I won't be on tomorrow. Like I said, as some of you may know, I explained to my video yesterday, something did happen behind the scenes. Excuse me, unfortunate. So I had to pay attention to that. That was more important. I told y'all when real life happens, I got to step away and you got to prioritize some things. So that's what I had to do. So I couldn't pretend like I was all upbeat. And I know that my spirit wasn't right this week dealing with that situation. Yeah. So, like I said, over the weekends, I know I usually take off Friday, Saturday, and it's just certain days I come back on Sunday. But I will be doing a video Saturday this week and Sunday, just to make up for this week. Just to make up for this week, Tomorrow I won't be on. But just definitely, like I said, Saturday. I usually take off, but I'll be on Saturday and I'll be on Sunday, just to make up, like I said, for this past week. I know I didn't come on like I usually do. Like I said, just had to deal with something really, really tragic behind the scenes. But like I said, I will be making up for that over the weekend. I just want to point that out first and foremost. Once again, I will say, like I said, drive safe out there. Drive like you got some common sense out there. People's lives matter. Black, white, orange, green, purple. I don't want to give a damn about the race, religion, any of that. Lives matter. When you're out there driving crazy and reckless and like, you're the only one on the road and you want to speed and you want to, lives are at stake that you can possibly take. And unfortunately, this is what, you know, my partner and her people at work are not dealing with. I'm not gonna go into detail. I'm not gonna cry because I want to more so celebrate this young man's life. But you guys gotta learn how to take some damn responsibility and drive like you got some damn sense. This could have been avoided. Like I said on my last video, this could have been avoided. This situation could have been so avoided, and this young man could have been here with his family and his friends. This could have been avoided. This was so I ain't gonna get into detail, but like I said, drive like you got some damn sense out there in this world. You are not the only person on the road. You're gonna be out there rushing, texting, drinking, drugging, whatever you got going on. You trying to, like I said, get to a hospital to get to your child being born, whatever the hell it is, the last person's breath, whatever it is. You're trying to get to the airport to pick up a loved one, whatever it is. It's not worth taking a life or destroying your own. Slow the hell down. That's the airplane in the background. Slow down. People's lives can be taken because you're in a rush, because you're driving crazy or reckless or whatever you got going on. Slow the hell down. This was something that could have been avoided. Slow down. And know that there's other people on the road that matters besides yourself. You're not the only one on that road. You're not just putting your life in danger. You're putting somebody else's life in danger. And now we had to learn that the hard way. That's all I'm going to say. Like I said, I'm going to dedicate a video to him. I already decided that. But just not right now. Just not right now. It's too raw right now. It just happened. During the eclipse. During Monday, the eclipse. This situation happened. I swear, I think it happened between exactly not 2 and 4. I think I learned like around like 1 or something like that. 12-1, yeah. So yeah. So just slow down when you're driving out there in the world. Drive like you got some damn common sense. They must be handing licenses out there. I don't know what the hell is going on anymore. But just drive like you got some sense. And like other people on the road matters besides your own life. That's all I'm going to say on that. Today's topic is about, I want to talk about not just the foster care system, but fostering children in its in that particular, arena. I know you guys, like myself, have heard horror stories about, the foster care system, people adopting children for horrific reasons, whether it's to abuse them, hurt them, money. Is a lot of people out there that just use the foster care system for money. They literally adopt kids, whether they adopt them, without being blood, or they adopt them even through family tragedies and stuff like that. But it's all about just money from the government, making money. It's not from the heart. They don't genuinely love them kids. They are only doing it for money. I saw this clip today, earlier, way earlier this morning. I want to say around like 3 o'clock, because you guys know I'm a night owl. I do all my promoting at night. I do all of that at night. Hi, Mrs. Deepa. Hi, you and MCLT. I don't know if that stands for something. Hi, guys. Hi. Hello. Thank you for joining me today. But yes, adopting for the wrong reasons. But like I said, I also, hi, another one, Kumar. Yeah, I'm gonna say your last name. I'm doing okay. I'm doing great. Like I said, some things happen behind the scenes, but I'm doing great. Thank you for asking, though. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. But yeah, adopting for the wrong reasons. Adopting children for the wrong reasons. You know what I'm saying? As far as money, hurting them, and stuff like that. I was getting into this clip that I saw. I'm from New York. I am from New York. Definitely, that's where I was raised. Not born, just I was raised in New York. I'm a New Yorker. I was watching this clip, and the clip was this couple adopted this child, and they allowed the child to see her mom, who was recovering from drugs and stuff like that. She was like at this I think she was at this clinic or something like that. She was just recovering. She was a drug addict or whatever. I hate to use the words or whatever, but she was recovering from drugs. And they allowed her, the people who adopted her daughter allowed her to see her child. They brought the child to her at the center. She waited outside, and she had like an Easter basket for, her daughter. And they let the biological mother see her daughter. The foster parents let the daughter see her mom. And I thought that was so beautiful. In 2024, I thought that was so beautiful, because usually when people adopt children, they are not that caring. They are not that. They don't care what happens to the biological parents. They're like, look, once you gave your child up, the rights to your child up, that's that. They don't care as far as letting the child see their biological parent. They don't care about the biological family. They like, listen, once you gave that right up, that child belongs to us. It's a selfish love. It's a selfish thing that they do. And they just rip that child away from their biological family. Then years later, that child have to go and try to find their biological family and their biological blood, unfortunately. It don't always happen that way, but sometimes it does happen that way. I love the fact that these people was not selfish in that way, and they say, you know what, we can love this child and foster this child and take care of this child, but we can still let the child know that, listen, this is your mother. And no, she's not perfect, and she's not an angel, and she fell short like we all do. But we want you to know who your mom is. We want you to know who your biological mom is. They did not take that from her. And I love that they did that. They didn't selfishly love this child. They said, no, we can all love this child. Us as the foster parents, and we can still let her see her biological mom who fell short. All she did was fall short. It happens to people in life. Life happens. But they didn't hold that against her to the point that they kept her child from her. They said, listen, we can all love this child. I love the fact that they did that. And they didn't have to. They could have been selfish about it. They could have said, hey, I don't care about you recovering from no drugs and none of that. This child is ours. We adopted her. They could have been very selfish with that. And they was not selfish with that. And I thank God for that. I thank God for that. because you hear these horrific stories about the foster care system, and you hear what happens to children that are supposed to be protected and safe, and they're supposed to have caseworkers that go out there and check on these children, and they don't, and some of the most horrific things happen to these children. We're not going into detail about what happened, but you hear the stories, whether it's any kind of abuse, neglect, traffic, you name it. Some really horrific things happen to these children in the foster care system. And some people leave the foster care system at 18 and they tell you about what happens to them in that system, and it blows your mind out of the water. But don't think that there are not people out there that was fostered, whether it was by a family member or the foster care system, strangers or whatever, that there are not beautiful stories out there. There are beautiful stories out there of people that had foster parents that raised them, and they turned out to be phenomenal parents. It wasn't just about money. It wasn't about abuse. It wasn't about neglect. It wasn't about nothing crazy. They actually loved these children. Sorry for the airplanes that you hear in the background, but yeah, it's actually about these children. I love to hear the airplanes. I'm like, man, I don't know where they going, but I'm next. So I don't mind the airplanes in the background, but for the people that does, my apology. But yeah, and of course, we live next to, the firehouse, so you're gonna hear that in the background sometime as well, like right now. Yeah, you're gonna hear that too. And I got my balcony door open too because it's hot. I don't know how y'all weather is changing in the state or the country that you're in, but it's getting hot out here in the goddamn Maryland. Yes, it's getting hot. It's going 80 degree next week. I'm like, I am not built and ready for this heat. If you don't know Toccara personally, and some of y'all never will, I'm not a heat person. I don't like the heat. I know this is way off topic. I told y'all I have a Gemini brain sometimes to go from 0 to 60 real quick. This is way off topic, but I don't like the heat. It's getting too damn hot. So I got my balcony door open and you hear more. You usually don't hear this much from outside, but I had to let some of this fresh air in because I'm so hot, Lord. It's getting too hot too fast for me. I'm like, slow down, let the spring just be summer. Hold on now. It's getting too hot too quick. But anyway, there are phenomenal parents out there in the foster care system. You don't hear their stories that much, unfortunately. You hear a lot more of the negative stories of things that happen in the foster care system. You don't hear a lot of the positive stories, but there are people out there that have beautiful positive stories. I follow a YouTuber right here, on this app, that she was fostered. No names. I ain't never giving y'all no names. Go, check it out, But she found her biological mom and, and her brothers. And she had a phenomenal story. She has a phenomenal story of being adopted, and they took care of her very extremely well. And you can tell she is a beautiful person. She's an entrepreneur, deep spirit, religious, not over religious, but she know God. You know what I'm saying? A very down to earth, beautiful, spiritual person. She is not bitter, evil, nasty, and unfortunately, some things did happen to her, but it wasn't by her biological family. It wasn't by her mom or her dad who adopted her. It's just stuff that happened with, somebody else. And she never even held it against her adoptive parents. She never blamed them for what happened to her. So I commend her for that. But yeah, you hear a lot of beautiful stories out there of people that was in the foster care system. And it was right. It was just beautiful. They just got, it was like a lotto, and they hit a lottery with their parents. Vice versa. They got, a child that they was able to raise and teach and give knowledge to, and it was just a beautiful pieces to a puzzle that just fit beautifully. Because vice versa, it can be, you could try to adopt a child and it's not a right fit. That child is just not comfortable with you for whatever reason. That child just, it's just not a good fit. So when you find great parents and you find a great child and you put it together and it works out, it's just a beautiful pieces to a puzzle that just fits beautifully. But I do want to commend all the good adoptive parents out there in the world. The good ones. Please understand when I say that I'm not talking about every adoptive parent out there. It is some horrific ones. It's some horrible ones. It's some ones that should, I don't know who or what they paid the price to get the children that they have, and they are out there doing some horrific things to them, I'm not talking to you. And God sees it. The ancestor sees it. The universe sees what you're doing to them kids. So you know I'm not up here talking to you. You should know that. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the adoptive parents that protected that child, loved that child, raised that child. That child is a good citizen in this world now because of your love and your knowledge that you gave that child. I'm talking to you. It wasn't about money from a state. It wasn't about abuse. It wasn't about none of that. You took that child into your home, whether it was through the foster care system or it was through a family member that just wanted to, they couldn't take care of their child, so you decided to step up and be a parent to that child. However you wound up with that child, you decided to protect the child, love that child, and give that child a phenomenal life. This is dedicated to you because the foster care systems get a lot of backlash. And there are people out there that are incredible foster parents, but because it's so clouded and crowded with just the negativity that you hear about sometimes, unfortunately, the good people don't get the credit. The good parents, the good foster parents don't get credit. So this video is dedicated to you guys, the foster parents that are good. It was never about money. It was never about abusing them kids. It was never about hurting them. It was all about loving them and giving them parents and a child receiving that love from you guys. Thank you for your part. Thank you for being, beautiful. And showing people out there, you know what? The foster care system is not all horrible. People gave people so much, fuss in the past about, if they saw like Caucasian people adopting black kids or African American kids, or, black people or African American people adopting Caucasian kids or different nationality of kids. They always got the backlash, like, why are you adopting that child and you don't know their culture and what you're going to teach them and what you're going to feed them. And you hear all these stories, and I'm like, as long as they can show that child love, you hear what I'm saying? As long as they can show that child love, and they can teach them about their culture, they can teach them about, their heritage, they can teach them about some things, and they can teach them some things about their religion, their culture, their heritage. It's a win-win situation. So don't think every time another race is adopting another race that's like such a bad thing. You see what I'm saying? If they can give that child love and it's authentic and it's genuine and there's no abuse and it's not about money, damn it, I don't care. Red, white, blue, yellow, black, I wouldn't care. Adopt that child, but show that child love. Don't hurt that child, and don't let it be for money. For the love of God, don't let it be for money. Do not adopt a child and for no damn money. Don't let it be for no damn money. I heard stories about that alone, and I'm like, seriously? So you're really about to take this child into your home and see a life for some money from some state? That's what you're really about to do? Pathetic. Not okay. And there's parents out there that really could have took care of that child and loved that child. And it would have never been about no damn money. So if you're out there doing that, pathetic. Oh, I'm going to call you out. Pathetic. Pathetic. And y'all lucky I don't know names and... man, listen. Pathetic. Not okay. If you're not adopting a child because you honestly want to, and you're going to show that child love, and you're going to protect that child, you shouldn't be adopting no children. You should not be adopting no children. At all. At all. So, to the parents that adopt children because they genuinely want to be parents, and they want to provide love and a safe place for that child, this video is dedicated to you. Okay, I am not even a parent biologically in any other way yet, because I am gonna, have my little, I'm gonna have I'm having a little family. I'm having a little family, and people may not see it as, whatever. I don't care. I don't care about what people think, but I will have, my family one day. But yes, so I'm not a parent yet, but I will have my family someday, and I already made it up in my mind. Like I said, if somebody in my poly family wants to have a child, that's okay. In the past I wasn't okay with that. I was like, I don't want that, because you get attached to the child, god forbid something happens. But I made up my mind that if somebody in my lesbian poly family wanted to have a child, that's okay. That child is gonna have a lot of love, a lot of love. So I already made that decision. That'll be fine, I'm not going to stop them from having a child because, I'm scared to have one on this earth with some of these people that's on this planet. That's what it was. That's what it's always been with me. It was fear. I'm like, I don't want to put my child here. If my child can't play in the front yard, backyard, if I got to worry about them being at a friend's house, I don't want no child here. It was always fair with me. But I'm not going to stop somebody else from having a child because it's fair with me, I'm not going to take that away from my partners. So, but I'll discuss that with them in the future, whatever, like that, when they get, yeah, I ain't mean to, add that in here. But then again, I did, because I want that to be known. I want the universe to know that, because I was against that for so long. I'm like, I'm not having no children. Because, baby, the first time somebody touched my child, oh, honey. Oh, that's not gonna be good. So, but I changed my mind recently. I was like, yeah, we'll have that discussion when we get there. But anyway, but yeah, that's all I came here to say today. Foster a child out of love and provide protection and for that child. Protect that child. Love that child. Raise that child to be a beautiful, beautiful adult. If you're doing it for any other reason, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna leave it right there. But but yes. Can you teach me English? Well, you're speaking good English right now, unless somebody else typed that for you. That question is definitely in English. So but you can always Google some stuff to teach you English. Kamar, yeah, you can always do that. Yeah, you can know. There's plenty of things on Google. It's a lot of things that you can look up. Somebody could definitely teach you. Could definitely teach. But that question is in English, so you know some English. Unless, like I said, somebody else typed that for you, or you're typing through something else. That's definitely an English question. So, but Google it. They got books, they got audio, they got a lot of things that can help you learn English, honey. I know they say English is definitely the hardest, language to learn, because so many things mean so many things, but you could definitely learn it. You could definitely do that. I'm going to tap into some Spanish myself. I know all the, the typical stuff, but I'm gonna definitely learn some Spanish, and be able to have a conversation. So many people come up to me in stores. I don't know if people come up to you in stores and they try to talk to you in certain languages because they think you are. So many Spanish people come up to me in stores and they be trying to talk to me, like to ask me about something, and I feel so bad. I'll be like, no, Espanol, I can't. And they be looking at me like, you're not Spanish, no. I feel so bad that I can't even. And one of my fears is they need help. Like somebody is after them, or, they need help. And I can't help them because I don't understand what they're saying. So I'm like, oh, before that happens, please let me learn some Spanish. Like, I really want that to be my second language. Yeah, I gotta learn some Spanish, because so many people come up to me and they be trying to talk to me and I can't understand that, and I feel so bad. I be like, please don't ever need to let them need help, and I can't understand that, you know? So I'm definitely gonna pick up some Spanish. I'm gonna learn some Spanish more. Like, I know a little bit, but I wanna learn like way more. So I'm gonna get, you know, some stuff, and I'm gonna definitely pick up some more Spanish, because I want to be able to understand when people, you know, when they come up. So many people throughout the years, so many people have come up to me and try to talk some Spanish to me, and I didn't know what they was talking. And they looked at me like, you ain't Dominican, you ain't Spanish, nothing like that. No. And they was so shocked at me that I didn't know that I should have. They was like, well, you should know your native, you know, your language. And I'm like, I'm not, you know, I don't think I'm Spanish. I gotta do one of them tests too. I gotta do the what they call it, the ancestry test. I gotta do that test too, because I might have some Spanish in me and I just don't know. I gotta do one of them tests too. I definitely gotta find out what's the blood mixture. I know Jamaican is in there. I know Jamaican is in there a little bit, but I'm gonna do one of them ancestry tests, and I'm gonna find out. Yeah, I'm gonna find out what else is in Toccara, because a lot of people come up to me thinking I should know some Spanish. I look Spanish or something. I'm like, okay, we gonna find out what's in that blood. What else is in that bloodline? But I'll let you guys know about that someday too. But let me get up out of here. Let me go get some rest. Big shout out to like all the, you know, Spanish people, all the Latinas, Latino. You know, speaking of this person who unfortunately, went through this tragedy. He was definitely, actually I think his family's from, was from Mexico, and yeah, it's just so heartbreaking, man. Like when stuff happens to good people, it just bothers you. That's why I said my whole mood was I was just so sad this week. I was really sad. And I didn't want to bring it on YouTube. I didn't want to bring it on my channel. But they said, listen, you got to be transparent with your people too, you know? They can't just see this happy Toccara. They got to know, some other things. So, yeah, it was just a real sad week. It was a real sad week. It was a real... Life happened so fast. It just happened so fast. You know what I'm saying? It just happened so fast. He went out for a lunch break. He went on a lunch break. He went on a lunch break on his job and never made it back. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, life happens so damn fast. I'm not gonna cry. And that's why I said I didn't really want to bring this to YouTube, but you gotta show people the transparency of the behind the scenes stuff too. Good dude, very good dude, very good guy. Very good guy. And it hurts because a good guy. A good guy. But love on your loved ones. Go home and give your people a hug. Don't ever take anybody for granted. Yeah. Just really love on them. Just love on them, because you just don't know. Girl. You just don't know. You just don't know. You just don't know how life happens so fast. You know what I'm saying? But okay. Okay, I'm gonna get up out of here now. I'll see you guys Saturday. I think I'm gonna do, like I said, another video Saturday, Sunday. Just to make up for the week, just to make up for this week being so, I couldn't really come on here like this. I didn't want to. But yeah, like I said, once again, big shout out to all the good foster parents. I know that planes. I know you're like, damn, girl. I know the planes that you hear in the background. I love it. I love hearing them though. Like I said, I'll be wondering where they going. I'll be wondering where y'all going, where we going, look, where we going. I love hearing them. I think about people on vacations. Hopefully that's what they doing. It's nothing crazy or tragic or nothing like that. Going on vacations. I love hearing them planes. I'm like, girl, I gotta get back on a plane when I get a chance. Live your life, be happy. Life happens so fast. Definitely be happy. But yeah, let me get up out of here. I will catch you guys on the next video. And just, yeah, stay safe out there. Drive safe. Drive like you got some sense out there. Drive like you got some sense out there. That's all I'm going to say. And big shout out, like I said, to the good foster parents, the phenomenal foster parents, not them other ones. We ain't never talking about you. God sees what you're doing. That's all I'm saying. I'm leaving right there. Stay blessed, stay beautiful, stay peace, stay positive, stay focused. That's what we do over here. And until my next video, peace from a nerd. Later, guys.